In this video, we will animate our love illustration. In After Effects, Project Panel, right-click, Import File. Look for your illustration file. Please keep the settings as is. In After Effects, keep the settings again as it is. Okay. After Effects import Illustrator files into two parts: composition and a folder. The folder contains all the layers in the Illustrator files. Double click to open the composition. Now we see the love word, its number of shapes, and the timeline. You can see the layers E, V, and the three parts of the L. And the background, you can remove it from your animation. Just select it, press delete, it's gone. You can rearrange the layers according to your animation. Let's bring the first part, then the second part. It goes, this is the first part of the L, second part, third part, then the O, V, and E. Select the first layer, pen tool. Again, let's start draw your mask as we have learned before. But this time we'll stop because we know this is the end of our shape. Effect, generate stroke effect, increase the brush size, decrease the opacity, zoom in to do the modification. We're done. Fit the window. Let's animate this part. Open. Stroke. Look for the end point. Click the stopwatch. Change this to 0. Advance 2 seconds. Around 2 seconds. Increase to 100. Change the pen style to reveal original image. Rewind the playhead. Play. That's our animation. Go for the next layer. Draw your pass. To start animating the second layer, we need to do a few modifications. First, zoom into the timeline and we need to see the keys where the end point for the first pass ends, so we can start the second pass. Simply in the timeline, press the U key on your keyboard. The U key will open all the layers. The U key will open all the options in all your layers. The U key will open all the options in all layers that contain animation keys. Now we see the animation keys for the first layer. So we need to start from this key or just one frame after the end key for the first layer. Select the second layer. We will work between these two tabs, between the timeline and the effect control tab. This stroke option, it's written here, Love 1, layer 7. So we are on the layer we want to animate. Click the stopwatch, change the amount to 0, advance your playhead, let's say 1 second, change the endpoint amount to 100. If you go to the timeline again and press U key again, it will show you the new key points you made. So your animation starts from this point for the first layer, ends here, for the second layer start here, and ends here. Change the pen style to reveal the original image. Back. Select the first layer. Change. Click outside. Play. And this is your animation. In this part, this is the cross section that we used to have error because we split the L key into two parts. There is no intersection error anymore. We will continue with the rest of the layers. Select number 8, pen tool, draw the mask pass, effect, generate, stroke, simply change lower the opacity, zoom in, you can see the edges of our mask pass is soft. You can change this softness by change the brush hardness to 100. It gave us more control on the width of our pass. We can lower again. We're done. Fit the window. To animate this part, we will do the same. We can see the endpoint for the previous layer. Move the head. This is the layer 8. Click the stopwatch. Endpoint 0. Advance for around a second. Change to 100. To see the points, go down. Timeline, press U. This is the new keys. Change paint style to reveal original image. To change the opacity for the layers. This is layer number 8. Advance opacity to 100. Rewind the playhead, click outside, play. No more intersection point. We can see that the animation doesn't have any errors at the intersection anymore. And you can see the animation from this key to this one for the first layer, second layer, third layer. I will go on with the rest of the characters with the same 3 steps. We're done. Back the playhead to the beginning. Deselect all and play. We can notice few errors in some places, like the beginning of the O. We have this area. Simply select the O layer. This is your path. Zoom in and change the beginning. We have another error at the beginning of the E. Select last layer, change the beginning point. We're done. In the timeline, press tilde key on your keyboard. It will open the timeline to full screen. You can see the animation between the keys. First layer, start point, end point. Second layer, start point, end point. Third layer, fourth layer, and so on. Press tilde again, you'll be back to the default screen. If you want the characters to be animated all at the same time, tilde. Be careful that the L character is split into 3 parts. This is the first key for the L, and this is the last key for the L. So the other characters, the first key should be at the beginning, but the last key should be here. Set the pointer, and all should be aligned. Press tilde key, rewind, deselect, play. That number here, they're in red. It says that the animation is being loaded to the memory of your computer first, and then the real speed of your animation will be viewed. Please practice and see you next.